One of the highlights of the sailing calendar is the annual Round the Island race held at the Isle of Wight. This was an exciting opportunity for me to enter a prestigious yacht race. I started my sailing training earlier this year, but because of my MS I had to first be cleared by the skipper to enable me to safely participate. We met at Lymington Marina before the race to prepare the boat and put the race stickers on. In the evening, Andrew, a fellow crew member, talked about the importance of planning before the race.
There's a lot to concentrate on, and there are a number of things that you can get wrong that will slow the boat up, and so everybody works as a team. We know who's going to steer the boat, we know where we're going to go, we know what to avoid. We've got a sail plan, which means that we've figured out the wind or the forecast anyway for the next day.
There were 1,906 boats entered for the 2011 Round the Island race. We were in the 38-foot racer cruiser class. The number of boats, tides, sandbanks, water and weather all had to be considered, along with the strict racing rules. Matthew Fordham, our skipper, told us what our roles would be for the race and said conditions looked great for racing. The following morning the crew got the boat ready and we left Lymington Marina at 4:30 in the morning to get to the start line on time for 6:50 a.m. Our friends and supporters gathered on the shoreline to watch us racing. From the start line to the finish, it was full-on racing at speeds ranging on average between 8 and 11 knots. The waves got bigger and the boat got faster. Now I realise that good racing can make most of the crew feel very sick, as Andrew explains.
It's a strange beast, seasickness. Sometimes it can catch you unawares. It obviously depends on the conditions, but it also depends on how you're feeling the day before in some ways. I think the best thing to do is try to manage it, and that's what we try to do on Flame, the boat I was on.
With help from Matthew and the crew, I overcame my sickness and climbed back on deck. We tacked into the wind, I was thrown from side to side and had to use all of my strength to help keep the boat on course. It was amazing how we all worked as a team. Even some professional teams capsized. After 8 hours racing, my job was to record the finish time in line with the rules. We crossed the finish line in the top 20% of the race field. Matthew was delighted to set his new personal best finishing time. The crew on board Flame were all so supportive and a pleasure to sail with. They said my MS didn't stop us achieving a fantastic race result. For me, I never dreamt I could ever compete in the Round the Island race and can't wait to do it again.